This is Brendan with Sons of Speed, and today we have something super special. This is Ram's answer to the Ford Raptor. This is the 6.2 liter supercharged 702 horsepower monster of an off-road truck. The only question is, will it dethrone the Ford Raptor? Let's find out. Okay, so the first thing I've got to say about the Ram TRX is this thing is huge. I mean, huge. I have driven some very big vehicles in my lifetime. This thing is as wide as anything I've ever driven, if not wider. It makes going through things like bank drive-thrus a terrifying experience because you're just sure you're going to hit something. It's long, it's wide, it's tall, it's hard to get into, but once you are in it, this is a really, really nice place to be. I love this interior. I absolutely love it. I love the giant screen. The switches are all great. I need some more time with the screen because it's not as intuitive as I would like as far as where to find things, but they're there and I just need to find them. It has plugs everywhere. So you've got inverter plugs, you've got regular 12 volts, you've got USB-A, USB-C. They're in this huge storage area has more, you know, they're everywhere. It's great. It's so usable. You've got this giant panoramic sunroof that lets in tons of light. The seats are really comfortable. This Alcantara trimmed center armrest is fantastic. It's 2 levels, so you've got a tray up top, and then you've got more storage in the bottom. You've got room for coins. I mean, it's like they thought of everything. There's some place to put your bypass if you're going through tolls. There's a head-up display. There's the grab handles, which you will need to get in and out of this thing because one of the problems is the side rails are way too small, way too small. I slipped on one. They're just not big enough for like a human foot. So if they had to fault them anywhere, it's that the side rails should stick out a little further. This though is a very, very awesome interior, and given that the price of this vehicle as it sits here is $91,000, it needs to be. You need to have the Alcantara on the steering wheel and all over. The trim needs to be perfect. The interior needs to be awesome. The Harman Kardon sound system needs to sound great, which it does. There's tons of room in the back. I mean, you have more room back here than you will have in probably almost any other vehicle. For backseat passengers. You've got the bed to haul your stuff around. If you just needed one vehicle to do everything, that's this one. And it will also blow the doors off of almost anything else on the road. It is so fast. And that's the other thing I love about this is the motor. Oh, that supercharger whine. I'm currently getting about 7.4 miles per gallon. There's a little bit of idle time in there, but you're just never going to get great mileage in this. And it's advertised at 10 city, 14 highways, so we'll get this out of the way right up front. This is not an economical vehicle. You will spend a ton of money on gasoline. That being said, if you don't care about that, the supercharger whine will put a smile on your face every time, and you're going to want to do this every time. Just put your foot down and let it kick you. Oh my gosh. The sounds, the feeling, just throwing you back in your seat. Oh, it's so American. It is so fast. Oh, I don't even know what else to say. I love the sound. I just love the sound. And the exhaust makes a bellowing sound out back. But you can't hardly hear it over that supercharger whine, which they tell you right here on this plaque, this really cool TRX plaque that's right in the center armrest, which if it gets really hot is probably going to brand you. Not that you would mind though that you're getting branded with the TRX logo, but It does tell you that there, what kind of a twin screw supercharger you have. 11 psi on the boost, 702 horsepower, about 650 pound-feet of torque. It's just a great engine. I wish I could say the same for the transmission. When you leave it in drive, it does a pretty good job, but the paddle shifting is just not as crisp as it needs to be. It's not a DCT by any stretch of the imagination. The shifts are slow to engage. It doesn't really want to listen to you. But if you just leave it in drive and just drive it as you would normally, it works just fine. Now, one thing we're not going to be able to do today is to show you what this thing can do and what it was meant to do. It's meant to be a Baja truck. It's meant to be jumping over, small sand dunes and really just doing some fast but off-road type terrain. But what I can show you is what is this vehicle like to drive on a daily basis, and is this something that you might want to pick up for yourself? I can tell you that as configured with this extra spare tire, this vehicle does have 2 spare tires, one underneath the bed and one in the bed. It's not really practical for hauling your stuff around. You're going to have to contend with a bed that's being taken up by a spare tire. Now, you could configure this truck without that, and you could use it more as a utilitarian vehicle and not a off-road Baja style vehicle. You could still take it off-road, although the breakover point is this wheelbase is so long. I wouldn't take it anywhere where you've got any tight breakovers. I just wouldn't want to beach it anywhere. But it will get out of any snowdrift that you put in front of it. The tires are giant, 18-inch, but by 325 square, mud and snow. You won't get stuck, I'll promise you that.
Right about now, I bet you're wondering, how does that TRX stand up to the standard in the segment, the Ford Raptor? Especially the brand new Ford Raptor that was just unveiled. Well, let's roll the tape and find out.
So obviously one of the best ways to figure out if the Ram is the king of the hill and beats the Raptor is to put it in a drag race against the Raptor. Except Ford couldn't get us a Raptor in time, so the best that we could do is the Ford Ranger Lariat. And while it has probably nowhere near maybe like 1 cylinder's worth of horsepower that the Ram has, let's see how it does.
So Brandon, you're gonna give me 2 car lengths.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, and that's already done. Yeah, that didn't take long at all.
All right, well that proves it.
Yeah, 2 car,
Dude, I had this thing.
2 truck lengths, and I had to let off after like 2nd gear.
Yeah, dude, I stomped on it.
The TRX
Wow.
proves itself again as just a monster truck.
Okay, so no surprise, the Ram absolutely obliterated the poor little Ranger. It wasn't even close. And frankly, I don't know if there's anything in Ford's lineup that could take it out because, but wait, what's this? Well, we have the Ford Focus RS.
Your track car, baby.
You think this can take out?
There's no way you're gonna beat it.
Okay.
You might have twice the cylinders. You might literally have double the horsepower.
I do.
But you got your Porky Pig over there. So it's not gonna happen.
You know that's got a Hemi in it, right?
Yeah.
And
it's
it's
just not gonna happen.
not just any Hemi, it's the supercharged Hellcat Hemi.
Please.
You're dead. You're absolutely dead. So let's find out if the Ram can absolutely obliterate another Ford today, the Focus RS.
3, 2, 1, go!
No problem.
That
Ford,
was good.
Yep. The Ford Focus goes down in flames, as I knew it would.
Nice.
Oh, come on. I gave you a good run for the money, man.
You sure did, actually.
You really did.
You really did.
You really did.
I do have to say that for a 4-cylinder car,
That Focus surprises me every single time it's out on the road and up against a lot more powerful cars. Every time.
Oh, dude, that thing is that thing is amazing.
So we're going to have to wait until Ford releases the new Raptor to get a true clash of the titans in this segment.
Well, there is no doubt in my mind that this TRX is the most powerful truck that you can buy on the market right now from a manufacturer. It's just breathtaking to drive this thing. Now, we didn't have a Ford Raptor to run it against because Ford didn't have one available for us to test, but it destroys basically everything that's on the road. This is the king of the road. When you are driving this truck, nothing else matters. You are the top dog. So until we can run it up against a true Raptor to see what the difference is and, you know, whether the Ford can, even though it's only got the V6, eke out a win, we don't know. The only thing we know it'll beat it in is fuel economy, because this thing will never hit 10 miles a gallon. But for pure fun and power, there's nothing like it. The sound is amazing, the power is amazing, the acceleration is amazing. The truck can go anywhere and do anything. So if that's what you're looking for in a truck, look no further than the TRX. This has been Brendan with Sons of Speed. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel, like the video, share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time here at Sons of Speed with We Are Motor Driven.